Good morning, everyone. I hope you are ready for a fabulous day of online learning. So today, because it is still, what's today? Monday. It is still Monday. I got to talk to a couple of you on Zoom as well as FaceTime and Marco Polo, and I loved seeing your faces. I hope more of you can join today when we meet on Zoom at 8:30 to 9. If you are not able to make it on Zoom today, that is okay. We will have multiple opportunities to get on Zoom, but it is so fun to be able to see your classmates and to be able to hear from all of you and to hear the laughter. So I hope you can join us. Before we get started with our online learning, there are two things we need to talk about. Number one, I got a lot of messages about math questions that were being marked wrong when you were getting them right. So the good news is I'm going through each of your quizzes and I'm looking at your answers to make sure that you are getting credit where credit is deserved. So a lot of you were putting extra spaces, or you were forgetting the fraction bar, or you were putting a label that was different from what teacher said guessed you might use. So don't worry if it's marked wrong. I will be going through and I will give you credit. So hopefully those of you who had those questions, you went back and you could see that I gave you the points. So do not worry if you're marked wrong. Send me a message if you're concerned, just to give me a heads up, but otherwise I will be going through each question and giving you points when you get it correct. Number two, I had you guys explore why zebras have stripes yesterday, and I had you come up with questions you would ask Doug if you were able to ask him a question. So I have some of the questions that you asked, and I just want to share so your classmates can hear what you're wondering. So number one, from Isaiah, I had never thought of this. I didn't even know this was a thing actually. He said, why do giraffes have blue tongues? Another one was from Oliver. He wonders how black holes are formed. Nini had a very interesting question. She is wondering who was the first person to discover internet or Wi-Fi, which is really important because without either of those things, we couldn't be doing online learning. The next question was from Colin. He wonders why dolphins and whales have blowholes instead of noses. And the last one I'm going to share, although there were multiple questions, comes from Madeline, and she's wondering why do fish and reptiles have scales, mammals have fur, and birds have feathers? Those were all wonderful questions, and I challenge you to do some research yourself if you have time. See if you can find the answers to your own questions. Because I have not found a way to do Keep the Quote yet. I am working on that. I wanted to share a quote that I think means a lot, especially this time in our lives. So I have challenged you to write about this experience in your journals, and the author of the quote that I'm going to share with you today did something very similar. She was a victim of the Holocaust, and she and her family hid away for over 2 years. But while she was hiding from the Nazis, she kept a journal of the experiences that she was having. So today's quote is, "What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't even happened yet. Anne Frank." Now, I do not know about you, but I know I've had some pretty good days in my life, and so it's incredible to think that those days might have been great, but there could still be greater things to come. Now, I know right now some of you might be feeling a little scared or nervous or even unsure, but here's one thing that I do know. I do know that there are better days ahead, and we just have to persevere through these challenging times and think about how much we are going to grow. I cannot wait to see you guys. I know I say that every time, but I totally believe it 100% with my whole heart. I miss you guys so much, and I hope you have a fabulous day of learning.